What's up?
Oh, what's up, Info? Welcome to the pre-show. Your notifications are broken, I see.
Yeah, I didn't see that you were around or the joined VC at all.
Fair.
Yep. As soon as I seen that thing pop up from you on the side of my, like I heard the ding or the little, the sound or whatever, and I looked over and I seen where you sent the direct message. I was like, yep, they're broken again.
Yep. I gave it a few minutes and I'm like, I should really probably DM him now. Now that it's almost like 10 after.
Yeah, I wasn't even watching the clock. My buddy,
Fair.
he actually bought me a game, like earlier, and me and him was playing it, and so I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. Had you not dinged me, I might not even have showed up. Because it just, I don't watch the clock ever, and if I just happen to glance over and see it, then it's just like, oh shit.
Fair. Well, I'm happy to not do it by myself. Doing it by myself, I would just cancel it. I have no desire to do another one by myself. I don't like hearing myself talk that much.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So during my gaming stream today, Bill and I were talking about the podcast, and I asked him, "Oh, how do you feel about the co-host Convo in comparison to the actual guest shows?" And obviously, he was like, "Guess it's better because the co-host Convo feels." And I'm like, "Well, we didn't get anyone, so we're just gonna bullshit," which exactly was what happened. But Yeah. And he also said the back and forth before the topics is the best part. And I told him I absolutely agree. And I went on a limb and said I think you also agree with that.
Oh yeah, I do definitely.
For sure. Like, I don't think some of the topics are bad. I can admit that some of the topics are bad, but I'm transparent that because I don't look into it super deep, some topics will be a bust. But not all topics are bad.
No, not at all.
Alrighty, I don't know how many topics I have for today, but
I mean, if we don't have like a super lot, that's fine, because I was wanting to try and keep it like maybe like just like 2 hours tonight instead of us just going on and on. Like, we can stay in a voice chat after, but because my friend did buy me that game, I'd hate for him to have bought it for me and then I just not play it with him.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna go 2 hours. That's the goal. That's the goal every week. It doesn't matter if it's a co-host or if it's a guest. The goal is 2 hours.
Okay.
So, yeah. Now, I may mess up on that because I don't get the best, I don't have the best ways to check. I mean, okay, it'd work out well if it's like, okay, we started the podcast immediately after the pre-show was supposed to be over. That'd make it easy, but we don't always nail that entirely. So, I don't know. It's just something to work on.
I also feel that between the co-host combos and the guest, I also feel like it's easier to keep it going with the guest or whatever, because like there's that chance for a higher input. Because I know there's been a lot of times where like in our co-host combos where you've presented a topic and it's either A, I have absolutely no opinion on it, or I know absolutely nothing about it, so I can't talk about it, and that kind of kills it.
I mean, I think the one big thing with co-host combo that I like is we can go deeper into more fucked up topics.
That we can.
And I think that's a big pro.
We could also bullshit more too.
We can. And I think that's very entertaining.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like, I don't think either version of the show is bad, but I do definitely think guest is preferable, but co-host is fine.
It's a shame Flux couldn't make it. I hope he gets better.
We've determined he has a coronavirus, so rip.
He said that he had a super bad migraine headache.
Coronavirus?
He gets those a lot, actually. You know, speaking of that, I actually have a friend up in New York who might get it.
Rip.
Yeah, like the county that he lives in up in New York has like cases have started popping up pretty good there. And when he was like heading to school today, some dude sneezed in his face.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would just leave.
I don't know if he did or not. I don't know what he did.
I would just get out of that whole scene. I would not deal with that crap at all. Alright, so I have all the topics open. It is a bunch of topics, but we can get away with more topics in 2 hours when it's just us for the same reason we talked about earlier. So, I'm not worried about it. And as you said, we're only going to go 2 hours, regardless.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yep. We're only going to go 2 hours for the actual podcast.
If it wasn't like, you know, again, that situation where like he
No,
bought me the
I
game,
think
kinda,
regardless
yeah.
of the game, 2 hours is the time we should be going. About 2 hours for the actual podcast. I think regardless of situation for you, 2 hours is the sweet spot.
Think so?
Yeah. I think 2 hours. Going longer, I think that it then becomes, oh, so now in order to want to catch up on the podcast, I need to dedicate 3-4 hours. I think 2 is just a kinder ask.
That's true.
And technically it's 2.5 hours for YouTube, because, well, it won't be. I cut out part of the pre-show if it's just simply, like the first 8-10 minutes of this pre-show, I'm going to cut it out because it's just literally, oh, Wes turns on music. Oh, Wes, he's opening topics by himself. You know, I cut out the more setup-y part of the podcast pre-show for YouTube. Because I don't see the appeal in watching that, personally.
Yeah, no, the pre-show is just for a Twitch, really.
But I do think we do have some pre-show good topics at times when we just BSing.
Oh, yeah.
So I do keep those in. So for the record, I finished gathering topics and now I'm working on the layout for today's episode. Hi Ash, how are you doing?
Wait, Ash is in chat?
Ash is in chat. Ash joins my chat every so often.
Oh my lord.
It's a good time.
It is a good time.
It is. It's always a good time. Streaming is fun. And I'm enjoying. The only thing that's gotten me any bit frustrated in Mass Effect has been my own fault. And I can recognize that. I'm aware that I should be saving more. Because it's reliant on me saving. So I'm not blaming the game at all for when I mess up. But
Hi, Ashy.
alright, let's see. Hopefully. Did I set myself up for success last week? I don't remember. I know I complain every week that I don't set myself up for success with Photoshop, but hopefully I set myself up for success this week.
Huzzah.
Hopefully, we'll see. Okay. Let's see, did I? I think it's a two-step process regardless of what I do. But oh, what's this song? Oh, okay. Some of these no copyright songs, some of them are better than others, but I do overall enjoy them for just background music. That I don't get claims or Twitch mute for. It's just chill. Did I not set myself up for success? What? I mean, it won't take me long to do this, so I'm not too worried about looking for it for a little bit, but what is this? Was this from last week? February 28th. Not quite last week. So I'm not buying it's what I want. Oh! Fuck. I just remembered. I've got to change something in the layout.
What's that?
I'll leave it a surprise for the podcast. You know what it is, because it's your change, but...
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. What the fuck? What'd I just do? Okay, no. I'm gonna have to crop it, though. A little bit. Because of how it's shaped. Yeah. Just a little bit. Well, a bit, but... What are you eating?
It is a it's a lemon drop.
Ooh. Nice.
Yep, just a piece of hard candy. It's old-fashioned style.
You're old-fashioned.
Very much so.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna take that as an insult or what.
I didn't really know how to receive it, but I accept it.
Don't worry, it's coming, Ash. I'm working. That's what I'm actively working on currently. Let's see, put that there. Is that even? Not quite, but it will be. Well, not completely, but... whatever. It looks fine. Yeah, I'm actively working on that part. Funny enough, I am actively working to get it changed over. This is episode 61. It's a lot. No guest, Twitch chat. I had to change that to black, didn't I?
No lie, I would love to have just a camera set up, just pointed at a bunch of owls and them just doing their thing.
Fair.
But I have to own owls to do that. I don't. So.
Well, why not? Why don't you own an owl?
'Cause I'm broke.
Excuse.
Gotta keep that mum.
We don't accept excuses here on the BS podcast.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh, I know something I can do. Wild owl cam. Beautiful.
That'd be awesome. I don't have any owls at my house either. If I did, I would have a pet owl. Trust me.
My one troll of this episode. I'm working on it right now. You give me free time, I start trolling. The only way Info will know is if he goes and checks what I do. Be the only way you know.
See, I have the stream pulled up, but it's just your face and a blue background.
Currently, yeah.
So
I'm
what
working
am I
on
checking?
it. Oh, nothing yet. It's coming. I'm
Oh,
working on it. It's a work in progress.
I see.
Okay, I should not close Photoshop until I know I'm done with it. Studio mode, podcast. Oh, fuck. I gotta do the second screen as well. GG. I think the continued discussion is why does Wes wait till the last minute to do it when it's probably something I should do.
And the continued answer is it's fine.
Yeah, the continued answer is Wes is lazy.
It's also that situation where it's not that serious, as we say.
It's not that serious.
Not at all.
It's just not that serious.
Ash should give me a small loan of like $300 to drop on this mobile game, but just because, why not?
I mean, I agree.
Yeah, see? It's a good plan.
Oh, we also established something during the gaming stream, that you are not allowed to have your own independent opinions anymore. You have to run all your opinions by build-up.
How did this come to be? And why?
Because we were talking about, like, you and Bill agreed that The Last of Us was a bad game, but you disagree on Mass Effect. And he was saying, let me get the quote. Let me see if I can scroll all the way back up there. I like when info agrees with me.
Which agreeing are we doing here? That you give me the 300, or to me having to check in with Billab?
I like when info agrees with me, but I dislike it when he disagrees with me. Yeah, info should be on my side 100% of the time. Only info though. And yeah, we agreed on that. Yep. You have to be on his side. Period.
That can't happen. I actually started my third playthrough of the Mass Effect games last night.
Is this because I started playing it?
Yeah, because you've been talking about Mass Effect, and it's been like a, I don't know, I'm just agreeing with everything. You know, I can respect that. I do that sometimes just to do it. But you've been talking about Mass Effect a lot. I've not played Mass Effect in a while, and I was like, okay.
I imagine you're already farther than I am.
I literally started it last night and then fell asleep, so no, not yet.
Fair.
After the podcast, though, after my buddy goes to sleep, because after we finish the podcast, I'm gonna stay in a voice chat with you. Like, we can go back to the server. I'm just gonna be playing Destiny at that point. So, but after he passes out and goes to sleep, because he's got to work tomorrow, I'm probably gonna start playing some Mass Effect, like actually playing it.
All right, let's hop in a video chat so I can get this set up.
All right.
Let's see here. Wait, I gotta do one thing. Let's see this. Go back here. I gotta disable this. I gotta deactivate it. Beautiful. Podcasts. Alrighty. Oops, wrong one. Nope, that one. Plus. Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. I did that the other day. Okay. Oh, I see the blanket's back in the way. I see. Whatever. I'll move it in a moment. I'll move it now. My chair is
oh yes. All this black screen is mint.
A+. Truly, the A+ of the A+.
You know, I thought about asking Kai Parasite, but he started streaming. So.
Fair. Why do I have a phone notification? Should I be checking this? No, it's just the phone call that I got for some reason. Robocalls. Worst thing ever. Alright. That looks fine. That's not quite right. Relative? What the fuck? No? I broke it. It was being weird. Okay, I legit broke it. Okay, whatever.
Is broken?
'Tis broken. As the screen is just, it's slowly changing because I'm very concentratedly working on this. That looks perfect. Alright. Bottom. If I can get the bottom perfect, that should be cool. Cool. Yeah, so people can see the owl.
Yeah. I like how, there we go. I was about to say, I like how I'm just absorbed into the no guest as well.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Is that right? It looks like it needs to be moved up a little bit. So have you noticed yet? Has it hit you?
Has what hit me?
What I did.
You talking about the name?
Yeah?
Yeah, I see it.
Thoughts?
I mean, I come really close to changing my name on a bunch of different places to that. So, I approve. I still might actually, because Infuwu is hilarious.
It is. I thought it was hilarious. I knew the moment you showed me that was a thing that could happen, that I'd do it. I knew I'd change it immediately. Alright. Left. Probably like 900. Yeah, we're gonna be a few minutes late. But it's all chill. We don't have a guest to super worry about time. And we already know we're just gonna go 2 hours, so it's all good. 'Tis be all good. I still need to go take a quick tinkle break. Beautiful. Oh, this song is lit. Alright, let's test the chat. Test, chat, blah, 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 blah. Beautiful. This looks better. Long names will be cut out, but I don't care. It reads a lot better. I'm sorry. Long names just don't go well. If you had Infuwu, then it'd be all good. We have...
The classy gentleman.
Which you don't even use anymore, so... I say you should make a new Twitch account as Infuwu before someone takes it. AK, you should do that now.
Can you just change Twitch names themselves?
Maybe. I don't know. Can you change your Twitch name? You can change your Twitch username. Yes. Simply go to your profile settings, and besides your username, you'll see a new option to make the change. Do it right now. Because if you don't, you won't do it.
Wait, what's the difference between display name and username?
You just change them both to it. What's it matter? Display is what it'll display. Username is what it'll default to, I imagine. You work on that, and I'll take my tinkle break.
Interesting. Oh, fuck. A change in it ain't gonna happen right now. Cause I don't know my password to this account. I don't want to go find it. If you're still there, Ash, how have you been?
Have we made the switch?
No, I can't actually. I don't. It requires me to input my password to get in to change it, and I don't have the password.
Make
and
a
I
new
can't.
account.
Yeah, that's probably just got to be borderline what I do, but I still can't sign out. I'll just have to do it on.
I swear, I will make you a new account for you at this point. Cause I know what's gonna happen. You're not gonna do it tonight. You won't do it at all.
Oh, good. What about you? I'm good. Been busy.
That busy life.
Yeah, it's not fun. I don't like it.
How many times were you kidnapped since the last episode?
I lost count.
Fair.
I mean, it happens at least 2 to 3 times a day. So,
A day.
multiply that multiply that by 7. So, anywhere from 14 to 21 times.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fair. Alright, we should get the actual... I will let this song end. It has 40 seconds left, and while it ends, I will set us up. Ash is here to be a guest. I wish if Ash would pop in right now, I'd be happy to have her. Ash. Oh, Billup's also the wannabe agent for the podcast. He tries. So far, he's only failed, and he's gotten complaints for being unprofessional. So, life's rough. All right. There you go. That's all good. Are you ready, Info? Woo.
I am.
I have my other Dr. Pepper here. I'll have to open it sometime during the podcast because this is not empty yet, but that's the thing. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the 61st edition of the BS Back in the Shed podcast. We had a guest lined up, but he got sick. He definitely got the six. We're just gonna say he has the coronavirus, but he's gonna live. He ain't gonna be a part of the 10%. He actually does not have the coronavirus at all, though. So that we know of.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. Damn. Well.
Yeah, he's dead.
RIP. R.I.P. I guess we'll have a moment of silence for him. And that just ended. That was his moment. So, what have you had anything eventful go on in the week? He said he had a busy week. Has it been anything interesting happen?
All right, so it's one of those things where it's like it's busy in the sense of it's just day-to-day things. Like a lot of times, like from where I don't ever sleep, I wake up fairly early. It's like I don't know, like around 12, and then I usually wake up and I leave the house by 2, get back by 4, and then chill for about 30 to 40 minutes, go back out to the store, get some stuff for dinner, come back, cook it, eat, whatever. And then after dinner time, it usually depends on if my parents have any extra things they need help with just in general. And then I do that with them. And then usually mom leaves for work at like 8:30. So whenever she leaves, that's usually the cutoff point for it. I'm just good.
You're good. All relaxing. My past week since we've done the podcast, how many streams is that? Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? So what? I beat Murdered Soul Suspect. I think that was Thursday. I'm pretty sure. I finished it and then started Injustice 2. Murdered Soul Suspect is an interesting game. If it wasn't for the fact it wasn't optimized, I would enjoy it a lot more. But that thing, for no good reason, would drop. I couldn't explain it. I messed with all the settings off stream and it just didn't really make it. The setting that made a big difference was while I was streaming, I turned off VSync and the FPS dropped immediately. It was baffling. Yeah, for some reason, it's baffling to run. It doesn't make sense. Like, it just drops sometimes. Like when stuff pops in, even if you don't see the pop in, it's loading something. And when it does that, it will slow you down. It doesn't happen all the time. Like I'd say 90% of my time playing Murdered Soul Suspect, it didn't happen. But it happening a tenth of the time is still obnoxious. So, I did really enjoy the game though. I enjoyed the story of it. It wasn't perfect. Logically, it did not pass all the logic tests for me, but I'm a bit of a nitpicker in that regard. So, who knows? I played Injustice 2. I beat Injustice 2 as Murdered Soul Suspect. I thought I liked the graphical improvement from Injustice 1 to Injustice 2. I thought that was a good one. But gameplay-wise, I definitely liked Injustice 1 better. Injustice 2 is more frustrating. And I swear, the clashes, which I never figured out how to accurately initiate them in a scenario in which it benefited me, they would only initiate in scenarios that detrimented me. And clearly, I don't know. It makes no sense. The clashes just exist to fuck you. And I'm just not okay with that. Anytime it happened. And even if you win the clash, I don't want to do damage to them. If they can get 33% of their health back, I should be able to get 33% of my health back. Not, oh, I do 15% damage to them. Really? As someone that's played Injustice 2, how do you feel about that info?
Okay, so the Injustice game itself, like, it's pretty nice. It is a okay. So in terms of fighting games, it's my second favorite of those type. The side-scroller fighter games, you know, Mortal Kombat just ain't for me. I don't know. I guess it's just because I don't like the characters. Maybe I don't know. So I don't mind Injustice 2. It's the clashes always piss me off because they always seem to happen at the time where you don't need them to.
Yep.
For me, it felt like it was always at those moments where it's just.
Could you ever initiate one on your own if you tried?
I don't know.
I could never do it. Like, it says X. X is the button, I think. But I would mash it in a scenario where it benefited me. It'd just be like, come on, make it happen. This would help me. Nah.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
The moment you use your super attack, though, within seconds, most of the time, bam, clash against you. And then they get like 33% of their health back, and it's like, why? It negates your super in that scenario.
It does, and it's super annoying because, yeah, I always found myself in the same situation. I could never actually get them to initiate myself. It was always just the inconvenience.
Yep. And I don't know if maybe we're both just bad. Like, if it was just me that had that experience and you said, oh, it's easy, you just do this, then it'd be like, okay, then maybe I'm just bad. I can accept that. I'm a bad gamer. But if you had that problem, I'm more leaning on blaming the game. Personally. And even if you were to win a clash, which happened a couple times, like 1 out of every 50, you'll win. At least in my case. I wish it was the same benefit. Like, why do they get up to 33% of their health back, but you just do damage to them? I would rather have the health back.
See, whenever it was my clash going up against theirs, I never lost them. I never lost a single clash from myself. But when it was always, you know, them getting their health back, I had a 50-50 of losing. So I'm not really sure if it was. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Like, I know that, like, see, there would be times where, like, my character would be the one to start it, and I don't know how I actually did it. He would just pummel the shit out of them. And then there would be times where they would pummel the crap out of me, and I don't really know. I don't really know. But there would be some times where, like, I would notice that, like, I'd be getting curb stomped, and then they would clash on me, and I'd be all right, good to go.
Yep.
And, you know, sometimes I could win those, and sometimes I wouldn't, and then there'd be times where I'd be beating the crap out of them, and then my dude would, like, start one. I don't know what button I did to do it, but sometimes they'd be the one to start it, and I'd never actually lose against those. It's like it was rigged system.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, it definitely plays in a way that spites you at times, but it has a small, like, 4-hour story, both Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. And I do overall enjoy those, even if it is. Oh, Superman's OP! Whoop-de-doo, who would have thought? But, you know, I do enjoy the story overall. And I liked... Can we play that Sarah McCallan song and show sad flirty pics? I mean, sure. Sure.
Flirty, please.
If we can get more pictures of flirty crying, that would be preferable. Okay. Okay, that's never a name I'll have to say again, so I'm not worried about it, but okay. But, yeah, so I did Murdered Soul Suspect, I did Injustice 2, and then after Injustice 2, I started Mass Effect, which obviously now I talk about it so much that Infus started it again. Yeah, that's fair,
Yes.
Philip.
I did. Third playthrough.
I'm very curious. I want to hear your perspective of a Mass Effect during your third playthrough, as I'm going through my first playthrough. That'll be interesting to hear about as you do your third playthrough.
I can go ahead and tell you now, the last time I played the Mass Effect games, like 1, 2, and 3, was before Andromeda even released.
I
So
don't
that's
know when
been
Andromeda released.
It's been a couple years. It's been a cool minute since I actually played through all of them. I think I want to say 2016 was the last time I played all 3 of them. I think Andromeda released in 2017. I started 1 again for the 3rd time. When they had like the week before Andromeda, I started it. Got through the first mission where you get to the ship, and then it's just kind of like, well, okay, that was it. So
fair. Yeah. Today I didn't get to do that much. I explored a bunch more with the planets because I've been trying to make sure it's like, okay, because a lot of the planets, interestingly enough, are pretty dead. There's not much to most of them. So it's just, okay, I've checked this, let me mark it off my list. Alright, don't really need to go there again for any specific reason unless I'm told. And then, yeah, that's been what I did. I did do a quest today, but I didn't finish it. I got it basically finished, and I would have finished it if I didn't mess up twice with not saving, but that's on me, not the game. I will blame other games, like Doom, for having a bad checkpoint system if I can't save myself. But in an RPG scenario like Mass Effect, it is heavily expected that you save. That's your responsibility.
Doom does not have great checkpoints. It's got okay checkpoints. Most of them I'm okay with. There's just some of them they're just no, sir.
If you had like 5 to 7 checkpoints extra in Doom, it would be A+. But without those 5 to 7, then you have problems.
I'd just say like even 3 to 4 more would be okay for me.
Maybe.
Like
yeah.
I'm not asking. I myself am not asking for like a whole lot more. There was just a few in certain places that I felt like could have been placed a little bit better, or could have had one that would have been nice, and it didn't. It wasn't nice. It was very not nice.
Fair.
But yeah, the game itself was still good though.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the game overall, but checkpoints was a minor complaint.
I actually never finished it.
Okay, so I feel like we've talked about this game. Push yourself till your limit. That does not take much. Oh, I guess since we're here, let me pull up on my phone because I can't do it on Discord, otherwise it'll mess up the layout. So that's why I'm looking at my phone. I have died a grand total of 257 times in Half-Life so far. It increases every stream I do of it. It goes up. It's rough. It's a rough life. And it's so draining on my soul. Yeah, you'd think it'd go down every stream. And that's the thing. If it was because of enemy difficulty, it would be going down every stream. But the majority of my deaths in Half-Life are not to the enemies. I die when the wind blows. It's rough. So it's... And maybe that's why it's so draining. It's because I die at everything. And environmental deaths are fine in moderation. But when I literally have 257 deaths, where I'd say the majority of those are environmental deaths, it's exhausting.
See, but like when I played through it, and I didn't beat it, of course. You know, this is a known thing at this point. I don't beat games. I just play them. So, having played through as far as I did, which I don't even remember, I didn't really have that many problems. I don't recall actually having very minimal environmental deaths.
I absolutely am, for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I am absolutely way below average of a Half-Life player. I am absolutely like bottom 10%. I have to be. I don't get it. For some reason, I'm just a Half-Life moron. It's hilarious.
Okay, so the whole me not actually beating games,
it's true.
It stems from the fact of I will start playing a game and I kind of like, I don't know, I always get towards the end of it, and usually by the time I get to the end of the game, I kind of start getting the feeling of, well, I've seen all there is to see, and I just kind of kill it from there. The game just kind of dies for me, and I don't really know how to fix that myself.
Did you ever beat Pokemon?
No. I'm at the Elite Four. I am actually at the entrance to the Elite Four to beat them. All I gotta do is go up into it and beat them, and that's game over, bro.
You got this, Billum. I believe in you.
See,
I believe in Billum way more than I believe in Info to beat Pokemon. It's gonna take him another few months, I swear.
What, Pokemon?
Yep.
It also kind of stems from the fact of I just forget. I'll get to the end of a game, and then I'll start playing another game, and I will completely forget.
I feel like, if I had to be honest about why you haven't beat games, and a lot of games, I feel like if I had to give you the actual reason you don't beat games, it'd be twofold. One, you get kidnapped all the time.
That definitely don't help.
And two, you let yourself... You're a people person. You are a social butterfly. And you always are in a voice chat with other people. And I feel like if you weren't in a voice chat with other people all the time, you'd beat more games.
You know, it's actually the opposite. When I'm not in a voice chat with people playing games, I actually get bored and I stop playing them. The only time I do beat games is when I am in a voice chat with other people talking to them. Fair. That is the only time they get beat.
That's odd then. Okay, so it's just you being kidnapped then.
Probably. It does stem. I will say that definitely does not help my case being busy a lot, because like that was like, for instance, today. I actually sit down 5 times. 5 fucking times today throughout the day to play I don't even remember what game it was. It was one that I'd been working on. And I'd have to go back and look. It was on my PS4. I think it might have been Persona 5 actually. Yeah. And every time I sit down, I would unpause. I wouldn't even get to move like 3 or 4 steps forward. Come here. And it's like, fuck. Then I have to get up, go in there, come back, sit down. Come here. And it just repeated every time. I finally gave up and said, fucking cut my PlayStation off.
Is your mom Cartman?
She might as well be.
That sounds amazing. That's beautiful, man.
Which is why a lot of my gaming's done at night whenever she leaves.
Fair. You need to get her in with the games with you. She needs to be your gaming buddy. That's what needs to happen.
She despises games.
That's better. Channel idea for you, Info. That you can do it live or you can do it recorded. Okay, idea. And it probably will be better recorded. That way stuff can be edited out. But you need to bring your mom in. And you need to expose her to games. You need to pick a variety of games and have her try it. She don't have to complete them. That's not the point. The point is making her sit down for 10 to 15 minutes trying out a game and getting 10 to 15 minutes worth of footage. Games are meant to be completed, but that wouldn't be the point of this video series. This would be Info's mom tries to play Mass Effect, or tries to play Doom, or tries to play Pokemans. And see how that goes. It'd be beautiful.
Well, so like one of the main problems is my mom doesn't like any games involving shooting. She will not play a shooter. She refuses. See, it's not the games themselves. She loves Mario Kart, and she's played Mario Kart several times.
I actually have a Mario Kart topic this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, neat.
So just to slide that in real quick, 'cause it's not a big topic. So
right.
you remember Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game?
Yeah.
Real-time multiplayer is coming sometime this month.
You know, I actually got the
Only
email
like
about
8
that.
months late.
I got the email about that today, actually, because today is Mario Day.
Go, go, Mario!
Yeah, today is Mario Day, and it was part of the email that I got. It was talking about how Mario Kart's getting its multiplayer, and I was just like, wasn't that supposed to have, been around a while back?
So, tell us about your mom, and she plays Mario Kart.
She does. She likes Mario Kart. She loves anything involving Mario, actually. Yep. And she kind of likes Zelda. She absolutely
but you
loves
do shoot
Tetris.
in Zelda. It's not a gun, but you are shooting sometimes in Zelda.
Well, I don't know how much of Zelda she's actually played. She's just brought it up before. She said she played it when she was younger.
I know for a fact you do shoot a bow.
You do,
in
yes.
Zelda games, so.
And she loves Tetris. She absolutely adores Tetris.
Have you gotten her to play the Tetris Battle Royale?
No, I haven't, because well, first and foremost, I've not downloaded it. So that's the biggest factor. I've not even played it.
Same.
And I've thought about it.
That'd be fair.
But she also likes the Frogger games.
Classic.
Oh yeah, she loves the Frogger games. She's a Nintendo person. She grew up on Nintendo games, and so she likes Nintendo based stuff. She loves Pokemon. She loves Pikachu. And anything outside that Nintendo bubble, she don't even really give it the time of day. Like, I can't tell you how many times like she's walked in on me playing Call of Duty and just went in disgust and walked out.
Well,
so
apparently that's not encouraged you to not play those games. So what a strategy she has going for her.
No, it don't.
It doesn't discourage you at all. If anything, it encourages you more.
Actually, speaking of Call of Duty, I just thought of something.
Oh.
Yeah, so for anyone who watches this or listens to this, Call of Duty's Battle Royale dropped today, and it is free to download for anybody. Anyone can download it and play it. So if you're a BR fan, hop on that.
And where is this?
Just anywhere. It's just it's called. Hold on, let me pull up my email real quick. Yeah, I know. I felt the same thing, Bill. I saw it and I was just disgusted, but that's just because. Okay, so it says free to play now. The battle begins. Warzone is open for battle. Download now. Drop into the epic fight with up to 150 players, free for everyone. And there is a download button in my email, and when I click on it, it takes me to callofduty.com/Warzone. And it says one massive map. There is a battle pass for it, which is trash. And then play free now. Where it says you can choose your platform between Blizzard.net, Xbox, and PlayStation, all three, if that is your thing.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why they're doing it, because if you make it free to play to begin, then it's like, okay, you need 150 people. So it's like, okay, this is how you bring in 150 people for multiple games at once. It makes sense.
There's actually been others. There was a BR that was in development. I don't know if it got stuck in dev hell or not. I'd have to check. But it had 1,000 people on the map. It was a 1,000-person battle royale. The map was massive. They said it was like the biggest map in gaming history, but the computer specs to run it was insane because of how big it was. Yeah, it was big. So that being said, I don't know if realistically, if they didn't find a way to actually bring down the specs because I believe the minimum requirements for it was like a 1070.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, most gaming rigs out there, I want to say at least 60% gaming rigs out there does not have a 1070 or the equivalent of it in their computer.
That makes sense. Okay, so I feel like I've talked about something very similar to this in the past, so excuse me. One, to introduce this, what was your stance on Horizon Zero Dawn?
I've not played it. I own it. However, that being said, I watched my buddy play it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the live stream of it when it came out.
Uh-huh.
The concept is extremely intriguing to me, and I cannot wait to actually one day sit down and play it. It's in my backlog. It's sitting, it's actually right here. One of these. Please be it. I wasn't it. Fuck.
I see what you're talking about. I can see what you see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not there. Fuck me. Anyway, it's somewhere over there, on my desk, my dresser, whatever. It's somewhere behind me. And I got the Game of the Year edition with the DLC and stuff that it came with. I picked it up for $20 at GameStop. I can't wait to play it. It looks amazing.
Well,
and I've heard it is.
For everyone that has not played it as well, I've not played it yet. I will play it eventually. Horizon Zero Dawn has been officially confirmed for PC with the release of summer of this year. So, Horizon Zero Dawn is coming to Steam. It's coming. That's
another exclusive going from Sony.
The complete edition Steam page is already up. I imagine it'll be $60. I don't even need to look, because I'm sure it's $60.
You know, I'm going to look it up because I want to see the requirements for it. Because if the requirements are not that high, I might cop it on PC.
Fair. Yeah, that was another reason I wanted to bring it up, because I know if you have the option to... Didn't it have a price earlier when Flurry sent it to me? Okay, so you may not be able to see the price.
It does not. It just says add it to your wish list.
Fair?
See, it doesn't have the specs listed either. So, if my computer can run it, I will be buying it on my computer. If my computer cannot run it, I've already owned it, so...
That's fair. Can't argue that.
The only reason I would buy it... my whole reason for buying a game more than one time is I just hate having to hook up the consoles. Like, when my Xbox is plugged up, which is most of the time, my PlayStation is not, and I hate having to just get up and plug in my PlayStation. If I could just, like, eliminate that, I would.
Fair? How do you feel about God of War? Was that a game you liked, disliked, didn't play?
Oh, fuck yeah. I love it. It was so good.
Did you see the Easter egg that's been going around the past few days?
Mm-mm.
So there's a God of War hack that revealed that the villain of the game gives you the middle finger when you can't see him.
That is hilarious.
And I have a picture that I will... I'm sure it's not literally like this all the time, but I will show this right here. Let's see. Okay, that is not I didn't even set up this part. GG. Good thing that's a quick fix. Just take a hot moment. Alright, that looks close enough. Let's see. Screen share, plus don't crash. Yep. So. Yep. That's the thing. How do you feel about
awesome. That? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that is a good little Easter egg to have that you can hack.
How did people find that? Like, just glitching out of bounds?
Someone had to hack it.
Well, I mean, I wonder if it was like one of those they just kind of glitched out of bounds, or like I wonder how they actually
It appears just after the opening fight between there's a moment when Lion Lamp Just after the pair rustled in the snow, da-da-da-da-da. It's when Baldur has fallen from that great height that he spotted the Easter egg using a camera act. This guy's name is McDonald.
Nice.
Lance McDonald, a well-known game hacker. So this is as he's plummeted off. When you can't see him. So, okay. That's the thing. I dig it. I think something like that's very hilarious.
That's fantastic.
It's very good. I approve.
Have you played God of War?
I have not. I own it, I think. I'd have to check.
It's super fantastic.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I own God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. I just haven't played either of them.
It's so good. I played on I forget what difficulty I played it on. I got like over halfway through the game and was just like, and I turned it down to the easiest difficulty because I was playing on I started the game off on the hardest difficulty and I got to this part with a dragon. I think it was a dragon. It was big. Whatever it was big. It was some big creature thing and it kicked my ass. I turned the difficulty down 1. It kicked my ass again. And I said, you know what? Nah, I'm over this, homie. I turned it down the easiest difficulty and I forgot to swap it back.
Fair. I beat Doom on the hardest difficulty.
My ass.
Hey, I beat it on the hardest difficulty. That's a fact. I beat the final boss on the hardest difficulty.
Did you ever test out that glitch you could do with the boss where you shoot the bullet into it and keep pause like opening your inventory up and every time it does tick damage to him?
No.
Oh,
you know what I did do though?
What?
I did factually beat the last boss on the hardest difficulty, but I got him down on an easier difficulty to like the last bit of health. And because you can change the difficulty at any time, I put it all the way up, killed the boss, and then I can claim I killed the boss on the hardest difficulty. It's a factual statement. I did literally kill the boss on the hardest boss. What?
I said, do you get any form of achievement for doing that?
No.
Damn.
You know, that's why they make it to where, oh, you have to do it the whole time or you can't change it or whatever that way. You know. But I can say, factually, that I beat the final boss of Doom on the hardest difficulty. That statement is true. It's misleading, but it's true. So, Yakuza 0 and Kiwami owners of the Standard Edition will be automatically upgraded to the Deluxe Edition for free. Which...
Mint.
I am good with, if you do any kind of Deluxe Edition, any upgraded version, that if you just give the people that already own it the upgraded version. You don't need to loot them again. Bethesda.
Bethesda actually did that with Skyrim.
Did they?
Yeah, when the if you own Skyrim, when the enhanced edition came out on Steam, they give it to you for free.
Oh, good on them.
You had to have the DLC, of course, because it's because the enhanced edition comes with all the DLC.
But see, that's an excuse. That was an excuse to make you buy the DLC.
I mean, it's better than having to pay $60 again.
But it's still an excuse to make you pay more. There is no reason why you couldn't give people the better version for free, even if it comes with extra content.
I mean...
Because that's what a deluxe edition is. It's giving you extra content.
See, I agree, but at the same time, it's still one of those things where at least they did give it to the people who does own it, though. They could have just been like, nah, we're greedy and not give it to anybody. At least they did give it to the people that are... And... I mean, I guess it's like... It is kind of fair in a sense that they did require the DLC to some degree. Just because.
Yep.
It was shitty, but it was also kind of fair in the same sense.
Yep. Very fair. Now, there's a game that I keep hearing rumors about. It's been going on for a while now, and it's something that I've really wanted for a while. Harry Potter is the perfect environment for an RPG game, with character customization and all that. And apparently, that continues to be a real project that is in the works by Avalanche Software. Now, I'd be happy that it's in the works, but let me read you off some of the games they've done in the past. I mean, just in the last 10 years, it's been Toy Story 3, Cars 2, Disney Infinity, Marvel Superheroes Disney Infinity, Disney Infinity 3.0, Cars 3. Before that, they did Bolt. Shout out to the Golden Bolt. Meet the Robinsons, Disney's Chicken Little, 25 to Life, Chicken Little, Dragon Ball Z Sagas, which was not a highlight Dragon Ball Z game. So, this isn't filling me with optimism for a Harry Potter RPG. But
the Cars games are fun.
I mean, I really want it to go well. I really want it to be a success. It should have been a thing when the series was still being done, or like a year or two after. But I'll take it if it happens. It's going to be using the Unreal Engine 4, supposedly.
See, I want a Harry Potter game where you start the same time as Harry and the others, and you just kind of go through the years with them. Like, you live the events as they're happening kind of deal. What
if you have the option to sabotage them? What if you can get alternate endings?
I mean, does one of the alternate endings involving Voldemort winning?
I would hope so.
I'd give it a go.
Like, maybe, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Harry Potter, maybe you interfere and you save Sirius Black. Because that was a sad death.
I'm sure.
Maybe after What's-His-Face dies in Goblet of Fire and the father's crying, you interfere and you cast the death curse on that father.
Yeah.
That would be A+. These are the things I want.
It's okay, you don't have to grieve anymore.
Don't worry, you can be with him. That would be amazing. I would love that. That would fill me so much joy. It'd truly be the most A+ experience you could have. So, have you heard about NVIDIA's GeForce Now? Do you know what it is?
I've heard of it. I've gotten emails about it, but as far as that goes, I've clicked off of every one of them and not looked at it.
It's a streaming service for games. NVIDIA makes you pay this much, and then you'll get to play these games. Now, what's happened, and it was a topic that I didn't go with last week, because I didn't feel like it was super important, but it's continued to happen. So Activision, Bethesda, and now 2K games have all dropped from NVIDIA GeForce Now because people realized, wait, NVIDIA is charging a monthly fee where NVIDIA gets all the money and not the publishers? And because, welcome to Netflix, where Disney Plus, insert Hulu, insert blah, 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 blah. Now people are realizing, wait, we can just stream our games and make people pay a monthly fee? We all need to do it. So, NVIDIA GeForce Now, they tried, but people realize that greed is a thing, and we can all make money by making people pay for Bethesda titles for however much a month, Activision titles for how much a month, 2K for how much a month, you know.
I mean, does 2K really have anything going for them besides Borderlands to even attempt to do something like that, though?
They do sports games.
Oh yeah, fuck, they do, don't they?
Yeah, basketball, wrestling.
Don't
I
they
don't
do
know what else
all
they
of
do.
them?
I think I do. They do the majority, but they have the sports titles pretty much. So they do have the sports genre going for them. So 2K actually does have a niche in gaming that they could easily. So yeah, they do have that. And this is a quick topic I just wanted to throw in because I don't play RuneScape anymore, but apparently old school RuneScape is getting an HD graphics mod eventually, which is hilarious to me.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic, but it's absolutely hilarious.
Now you can see that one. There's 1 pixels in high def.
God bless. God bless.
I would laugh if they just raised the resolution of that 1 pixel itself.
Yes. And make it just look worse and worse, but make it better. You gotta do it that way.
High definition Play-Doh.
So apparently, the Outer Worlds is that in text scaling, and it took someone 3 months to do. How the fuck does text scaling take 3 months to do?
Text scaling?
Font scaling, where like, okay, if the text is too small or too big, you can adjust it. Let me... Hold on.
I never even...
I can get... And you can go ahead and say what you're going to say, but I can show you what I mean. In a moment. Let's see, zoom in. Alright, you should be able to see it now. Oh, beautiful. So, as you can see here, yeah, you can just adjust things. Apparently this took 3 months to do, though. Which is very baffling to me.
You know, I didn't even notice it wasn't a thing. I never paid attention to it.
I mean, I've seen some people complain about it. It was definitely something I noticed that people were talking about as one of their minor gripes. I feel like a lot of people assess the Outer Worlds isn't bad, it's just not great. And that's just kind of where the discussion's been left off. I think that's where we last left it off, is that it's not a bad game. It's just not great.
They kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, they just hit short of a home run. It just needed a bit more oomph to it.
What is your most hated mechanic in a game?
The fact that there's no fast travel. It's not really the mechanics themselves, it's the lack thereof. The maps are too big to have to run everywhere. Like,
mine would not be a specialized mechanic. Mine is when the game does things to spite you. And that's the only reason it's there. It's just there to say, fuck you. I don't like that.
I'm not, such as what?
I felt Spyro had it a lot. Spyro was
I thought you meant Outer Worlds exclusively.
No, I wasn't talking about, I was talking about in-games in general.
Oh.
Yeah.
In that case then, fucking timers on levels can die.
Oh, that's also fair. That's also fair. Timers are rough. I don't like being rushed. But I definitely think where games do things specifically just to spite you. Not a fan.
Yeah, they do. I've been there. I've been there before. Division is one of such things The main enemy of Division 1, the main enemy of Division 2, the main enemy of the Division 2 DLC were all the same person who
Oh?
repeatedly got away every time. And they literally done it out of spite. I know they did. It's literally just a fuck you to your character.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. So, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has an update coming to it, and it's just been called like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Time Machine. That's where, okay, if you're doing the main story, there are side quests besides the main story. And because of the pace of the game, you're likely to miss a bunch of those side stories if you're not specifically going out for them. So what this update would do, it introduces Trunks' time machine stuff, and it would allow you to go back so you can do those side quests. Which I think is cool enough.
It's interesting. I mean, it's definitely something different.
I can't wait to play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I'll play it one day.
Me and my buddy were actually thinking about splitting the price and getting it.
Ooh, nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I really need to... You know, I feel like if I was to start streaming these games, I feel like I would have a better chance of finishing them, maybe.
I agree.
I definitely need to... See, I want to take up streaming, but it's also one of those things where it's like, I'd be a very bad streamer. I just know I would. Because, like...
Why?
I'd forget about chat. And I'm always in a party with other people, and they're always saying things that would get me banned. I would lose my account very fast.
I mean, you've done well on the podcast, both with chat and not saying things that'll get me banned.
Well, that's because I'm not an asshole.
Agree.
Okay, well, I am. No, I am. I'm definitely an asshole, but I'm not. I have in a social environment such as this where other people are going to be watching, I have a filter on what I will say. I know what's appropriate, what isn't appropriate to say. They, on the other hand, they do not care, and they will say very, very not nice things about people.
Things that if you were in YouTubers and you said it, I would ban you immediately.
Bro, you would get the spidey senses and ban them before they even got the chance. Like, you could see them just typing it and know.
Someone's typing. Oh, I know exactly what you're about to say. Banned.
Yeah, there's a reason why my friends haven't actually joined YouTubers. Like, any of them, aside from Cayman.
Yep.
I like Cayman. He's a good guy. Other than him, nah.
So, I doubt you expected this, but I have an update story on the TikTok Skullbreaker Challenge. Do you remember this TikTok Skullbreaker Challenge we watched?
Yeah, sadly.
So, 2 people have been charged because as you may remember, and for anyone that didn't watch it, the TikTok Skullbreaking Challenge is this article describes it as a dangerous game that involves a person being tricked into jumping in the air as someone else kicks their feet from under them. It's generally done with 3 people total. You'll jump, and then generally you'll have 2 people like with either their feet or their legs. They'll push on both of your legs so you fall. And as this has been recorded on video and such, this 13-year-old dude got a major concussion. And obviously the parents had no idea what it was. And then when they realized it, this kid spent more than 24 hours in the hospital. And the 2 people are being charged.
I mean, but he let them do it to him, though.
But you're not from that perspective, it's like, okay. Generally, it's supposed to be you don't know about it. It don't say what criminal charges they're being attempted to put on these kids. Not that I'm seeing. But people are getting criminal charges over the TikTok Skullbreaker Challenge. Because in theory, it is supposed to be done as a trick. It isn't supposed to be, you know about it. Now, some people, obviously, not everyone does that. But
see, if I'm not giving consent, my friends come up and they crack my back. You best believe I'm cracking their head.
Ooh, yeah, you would not handle that well.
No,
You would not handle that well at all.
nah, I'm coming up swinging. They done pissed me off. Like, they best believe if they do that to me, they better hope I'm in the hospital, because I'm coming back up swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a new, this is our criminal of the week.
Oh, yes.
You're gonna love him.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Note to self, don't crack Info's back.
Okay, don't crack my back if you... Okay, so, like, if it's one of those things where it's, like, you're, like, I guess, like, giving a massage, you're, like, you know, helping me, like, you know, actually, like, get kinks out of my back, that's a different story. But, like, if you come up to me and you kick my legs out from under me and drop me on the ground, you best believe I'm coming up, fire fisticuffing.
Fair? I mean, you can't argue with that. Alright, so... before I even tell you what he did, you gotta see him.
Well, he's done everything. That's the problem here.
This man is a legend.
Oh, he is.
He is the legend. We don't find better people than this guy.
You know, thinking about it, is this the guy who dressed himself up as Joker or whatever to try and... It was like something to do with Jared Leto, and then went on a crime spree?
No, different Joker wannabe.
Damn, there's two out there that's on everything.
But so you have this Joker wannabe. What do you think his crime actually is?
You know, I feel like he's got a lot of crimes against him. He's one of those just crimes against humanity itself. What he actually did, though, I mean, he kind of looks like the person who would, like, fuck up a kid's birthday party.
That would be beautiful. I wish that was what it was. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, he probably either robbed he probably robbed something or did drugs, one of the two, I'm guessing.
Nope.
No? What'd he do?
Totally off. A man in a Joker costume and makeup scared people while he was filming himself on Facebook Live. People called 911 to report that this man was making threats on a Facebook Live video broadcast. And he was found inside a business. He was arrested on a first-degree felony charge of a terrorist threat.
Ooh.
An hour-long Facebook video was posted, which apparently contains very explicit language. And, you know, there is this discussion going on, though, about it, because during the video, it showed him at a residence in a long purple coat and makeup, then dropped to a St. Louis shopping mall, quoting Heath Ledger's Joker character from the Batman film The Dark Knight. He then drives to another business where he speaks with people inside before filming his arrest on Facebook Live, and he's in jail without bond. But you have supporters, because he is known under Facebook as something else, which has over 12,000 followers. And his supporters were calling for him to be freed from jail through comments on the page. And one fan even created a GoFundMe to raise money for an attorney. Someone reported mistakenly that he was making threats when he was only playing a role. While this was undoubtedly not the man's best decision considering the consequences, he was not threatening anyone. So... and for the record, Just to get more details on the GoFundMe, it literally says retainer fee for an attorney. The goal is $5,000, and it's raised $581 from 29 donors.
I aspire to reach this level of no fucks given.
Now, where do you stand on this? Knowing that this was a guy playing the Joker as a character, in theory, but he's going around saying things that the Joker said in a public place, which is, by law, terrorist threats. Because obviously Joker did not do kind things. Joker was not, helping kids, getting cats out of trees. Joker killed people, robbed people, blew up things. So, how do you feel about this?
What the fuck?
What do you do with this guy?
Off with his head!
Off with his head, yes! But he is a legend.
He is. I mean, he'd get a glorious death. I'd also figure out where he got the meth from.
Oh, I learned something since the last time we did this podcast.
Oh.
Did you know that cocaine is legal medically in the United States?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It actually used to be treated, or it used to be given out as treatments, I think. I'm not going to say often, but I mean, yeah, it was given out as treatments.
I didn't know that. That was something I learned. I was surprised.
I'm not really sure.
Like, obviously, it's not the same cocaine that people talk about on the streets, but I mean, nothing is. So, you were pulled over this week, right? I mean, this next topic is you. It has to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'm glad you admitted it. Because a driver was pulled over with expired 1997 license plate tags. And obviously, he was pulled over for an expired license. And when the officer asked the man why, the driver replied, "Sorry, officer. I've been busy lately and totally forgot to renew my vehicle registration. I will take care of it as soon as I get home." So, info. Why would you do this? Why would you tell the cop that? You haven't been that busy since 1997.
Okay, listen. That's not even my concern. All right. I'm not even all remotely worried about the fact that he's been busy since 97. I'm not concerned with the fact that his license plate has been gone since 97. I'm concerned with the fact he's been driving that fucking car since 97 and has not been caught, pulled over, or even noticed.
Well, to be fair, he does have a license plate on his car. It's just from 97. And to be fair, I do want to show it, just because I think it helps build why he never got caught. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, obviously, they should be looking for it, yes. But it's not like, if this was our job, I would miss it. I wouldn't notice it. This is something that'd go beyond me. Like, that's not super visible either way.
Do you not see how old the plate itself looks?
Hey, are you judging people that do rough stuff with their vehicles and make their license plate look old as fuck? Why are you so judgy?
Because if that was me that tried that, I'd have been arrested in 98.
Well, to be fair, in Louisiana, it's every 2 years, not every year.
Then I'd have been arrested in 99, damn it.
It's baffling how he was so busy for 23 years before he got busted. I want that guy's luck. That's the luck I need.
Yeah, I want that too.
We could all benefit from some big luck like that.
You also got to think that'd be kind of shitty. Like, out of all the things to have luck in, like, you know, just luck, you know, based properties and stuff like that.
Yep.
Luck itself chooses to imbue itself into your license plate, not the lottery, not something worth your while, but your license plate. Like, man.
Do you remember last year when you had the trend was licking open containers of ice cream and sticking them back in the freezer at stores? Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember it very much.
Well, you'll be happy to hear one of those people has been caught and will serve jail time and pay over $2,000 in fines and restitution. Someone in Texas pleaded guilty to criminal mischief and sentenced to 30 days in jail for licking a half-gallon of vanilla Bluebell ice cream. He'll also pay $1,000 as a fine and a restitution of $1,565 to Bluebell Creameries. This man was someone that had filmed himself doing it, and he had a clip. Got a lot of views, and you know, he may have been a copycat. And that was the district attorney's perspective. He's just a copycat. But this is a good way to stop the copycats from doing it.
Give me like 1 second, Wes. I gotta deal with something super quick.
Alrighty, so. Food tampering is obviously not a joke, people. There is no reason why anybody here, if you're listening to this podcast, if you're one of the very sophisticated people that listen to podcasts, I know you're better than this. I know you're not one of those people. I know you're better than that. I know you are. I have faith in all of you to be better than that. But you should never go in a store, take a food item or a drink item. You don't walk up, lick an ice cream, and put it back. You don't open a drink. You don't open a 2-liter, take a sip of it, close it back up real tight. You get a wrench. You make sure it's really tight. That way they don't suspect anything, and put it back. You don't do that. You're a bad person. But I know none of you would do that. But those people are bad people. Imagine how much worse the punishment would be if you got caught doing that right now with the coronavirus. Ooh, people would have your head. People would... We say off with your head here on the podcast for these criminals. Man, that'd be a real life thing if that would have happened. People would not tolerate that at all. It is not something you could get away with now. Not that it ever should have been something you can get away with, but damn. For shame. Some people truly are the worst. So apparently in Australia, there was a family that accidentally bought 2,300 toilet rolls prior to a national supermarket sellout. Because as you know, with the coronavirus going worldwide, people are panicking. They're buying toilet paper, they're buying hand sanitizer, they're buying this, that, the other. People are freaking out and buying a ton of stuff that they normally probably don't even use. But they're like, oh, we gotta be safe now. So, a family in Australia mistakenly ordered 48 boxes of 48 rolls instead of their usual box of 48 rolls from an online delivery service. They received 2,304 rolls and were charged $3,264 instead of the normal $68. Something that went unnoticed until the 2-pallet order showed up on their doorstep days later. Now keep in mind, they're not returning it. They're paying for it, apparently. they expect that they will not have to pay for toilet paper for the next 12 years. They think they're good on toilet paper. And there's a picture of this proud person sitting on their throne of toilet paper. It's something. One moment, I'll pull it up for you. It is incredible. This is your toilet paper fortress, a throne of toilet paper. I guess when in doubt, you never have to buy toilet paper again. This is never a concern you ever have to deal with ever again. I like how the box says, "Who gives a crap?" Well, you never have to wonder who gives a crap anymore. That toilet paper has you secure for a long time.
I don't know who this person is on my screen because I just now tuned back in, but that person right there is a legend.
This is an Australian family that had accidentally spent over $3,000 in toilet paper when they meant to only buy one box of 48 rolls. And instead, they bought 48 boxes of 48 rolls. So, and they're keeping it. They are going to pay the $3,264 to keep it. So yes, they are legends.
That's dope.
How do you not notice you've spent $3,000? Honest question. What life are you living where you don't notice you've spent $3,000? I want to live that life for a day.
I mean, probably people who have just too much money. And they just don't happen to notice. Like, there was a guy that I was talking to yesterday morning. And on that mobile game I play, AFK Arena, I was talking to him, and he sent me a screenshot of some stuff in the game or whatever, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. And he's just like, yeah, it only cost me about 2,000. I'm like, 2,000? He's like, yeah. I messaged him today. I was like, do you even get what you wanted out of all that? And he said, no, I didn't. He said, I ended up having to spend another 3,000. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
So, like, people who can piss away that much money on a mobile game probably ain't going to notice they dropped $3,000 on toilet paper.
It's baffling. Did you see the report that your cable package, when it comes to utilities, between cable, electricity / gas, water, and garbage, how high that difference is? It's quite a difference.
Yeah?
It is baffling. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but it is baffling. Look at this. If it shows up. Okay.
Oh, yes. I love this black screen.
Yes, this black screen is A+. Why? Why you do this? Okay, fine. We'll try it this way. Watch, it'll crash me. Watch. Nope. Oh, it worked. Beautiful. Well. Can't see it as well, but...
Yeah, cable's outrageous.
It is. It's baffling.
Although, that's actually higher than mine.
Yeah? I mean... Where does internet fall in, though? Does that include electricity? You wouldn't think so. So, is that being included with cable?
Yeah, it does, because our cable bill includes internet in it, and ours is $158 a month.
Damn. I don't know what we're paying, to be honest. I couldn't tell you where we average between that. I don't pay the bills. I make no money.
I don't pay the bills either, but I get bitched out about the internet a lot, so...
Fair. Do we really need the internet?
Yeah, my dad's all the time saying, well, first thing that's going is the internet. Like, okay.
Good luck with that.
Like, yeah, like, the only reason he says that is because, everyone in the house but me watches TV, and I'm the only one in the house who uses internet. So, I mean, in the event that for whatever reason was up and one day you start needing money because we couldn't actually pay bills, it would make sense to kill the internet over the TV, as it's a 1 versus 3 situation.
It is.
It would make sense.
But it sucks for you.
Oh yeah. It blows. I'd probably jump off a cliff.
Did you see who was arrested for DWI today?
Oh, I didn't.
The legend.
The legend himself, huh?
Yeah, the true legend. Do you know who I'm talking about? He may be the worst legend we've ever had, but he's a true legend. He talked about the frogs and what the water does. He talked about all sorts of amazing things. Alex Jones was arrested for DWI. I can't believe it. Government conspiracy. It's a true government conspiracy, guys. Does this include his mugshot? I'd love to see his mugshot. Oh my, it does. Just you wait a moment. This is a beautiful mugshot. I've not seen Alex Jones since he got censored. Have you?
No.
Yeah, once he got ejected from everywhere. I've definitely not seen... Okay, is it gonna work this time? Fuck, no it ain't. Why is it broken now? Why is screen... Up. Up. I broke it. Can't confirm. Is Discord gonna crash? No?
Yes.
Ooh. It didn't fully crash this time. Good on you. Good on you, Discord. But yeah. Alex Jones. Where did his hair go? Was it the water?
It was, alcohol does things to people.
Apparently. That's Alex Jones, the legend. You may have heard... Have you not heard about what the water... What putting chemicals in the water does to the frogs? And all the other... horrific things Alex Jones says? Alex Jones. I seen that and I just laughed. A+. So.
It's brilliant.
Did you enjoy your couple minute break?
Okay, so what happened was my sister came in my room.
Rude.
She said, I need help. And I'm like, okay, what do you need help with? So that's why I had to stop. But then after I was like, okay, what do you need help with? She's like, well, it's not actually me that needs help. It's my friend that needs help. And I'm like, then I did. So then I had to, you know, help her friend. Her friend apparently ordered something from Sweden.
Oh.
And it was supposed to arrive on the 5th. And it still ain't here yet. And I was like, well, just check the tracking number to see where it's at. He didn't, apparently the person she bought it from didn't send her one. I'm like, well, has it been shipped? Well, yeah, I got the email saying it shipped. What's the tracking number on the email? Doesn't have one. Who'd he ship with? I don't know. Well, you're not giving me much to go on here. And it was really, you know, difficult. And eventually I was just kind of like, hey, this is grade A. Fuck me. So, I told her to just message the seller and be like, hey, where's my shit?
Oh, I figured you just told the friend, okay, bye. And then you started watching Frozen.
Yeah, I just was kind of like, well, hey, just tell them, hey, I ain't got my stuff. Where's my shit?
Fair. Now, there's a high school where the principal has demanded that she pre-approve all the prom dresses at that school. I mean, that's... I think one of the Reddit comments here, it really lays it out for you. If you can show 40% of your breasts, then a man should be able to show 40% of his balls. How do you feel about that info?
What the fuck?
So this is the proud state of Louisiana. You know.
I always think of those Popeyes commercials. Louisiana fast. I think is how it goes, or some shit like that. I think that was it. I don't remember. It was about chicken. I know that much.
So, quoted, as you begin shopping for your attire, please make sure you do not purchase any clothes that are sheer or revealing in any manner. And this also advised against showing excess cleavage or skin. Prior to purchasing an outfit, I will need you to send me a picture of you in the outfit with your name and grade. Once I approve the outfit, you may purchase it. The approved outfit is the only one you will be allowed to wear to prom.
I was unaware that clothes swapping was a big problem at prom. A+ in my book.
A+. I mean, I think females in school get the hammer on them too much in general. And I don't mean that in, oh, I'm a dude. Oh, I want girls to wear like nothing. No. They get ridiculous dress code violations. It's fucking stupid. And if a dude did the equivalent, he'd probably be okay.
Honestly,
and so,
yeah.
Over the years, they've tried to adjust it to be where that wouldn't be the case. But I was in school in 2016 for a few months. And I'm sure things can change a lot in 4 years. I'm not saying they haven't. But I would be willing to bet that it hasn't fundamentally changed completely. So, I just think it's really silly.
Honestly, so when it comes to chicks, like,
you're an expert.
They apparently so, according to my mom. But anyway, yeah. Apparently, because I have female friends, they're all my girlfriend, and they're all numbered.
Wow. How many do you have?
It's a trip. According to her, 6.
Oh.
I don't know where she got the number from, and she doesn't know where she got the number from. She just decided that I had 6.
And she's okay with you having 6 girlfriends at one time?
Apparently so.
Well, at least she's open-minded.
Yeah.
How do you balance having 6 different girlfriends at one time?
I'm still trying to figure out where the first ones come from.
Fair? Do they all know about each other? I would assume
yes,
not.
they do.
Oh.
They're all okay. So like they all actually, ironically, play the same game that I play.
Oh.
So they all have talked to each other. Actually,
and they're aware of this arrangement.
No, because it's stupid, and there's not even 6 of them.
So what you're saying is you're still hiding things from the people.
Apparently, I'm hiding things that even I don't know about from the people. So yes.
Uh-huh. That's amazing.
At this point, the public knows more about me than I know about me.
Well, that's just how life goes, you know, especially with your podcast fame. Now everyone just knows everything about you.
Speaking of such, I actually did run into a guy on AFK Arena who actually watches our podcast on Spotify.
Oh, how'd that conversation go?
Well, I was talking in chat helping, because I go in there and help a lot of new players or whatever.
Yeah.
I was going in there and the guy, he's like, yo, dude, he's like, where's your Thursday upload this week? I'm like, what? This was actually recent. This was like a few days ago. He's like, yeah, where's your Thursday upload? I'm like, are you sure you're talking to me? He's like, yeah, dude. I'm like, what? And he's like, podcast. I was like, whoa, you watched that? You listened to it? He's like, yeah. He's like, I like it. I'm like, whoa, okay. Wasn't expecting that. He just kind of come out of nowhere. And me and him kind of talked about it for a bit. So
for the record, it doesn't go up on Thursday anymore. It may go up on Thursday. It goes up Wednesday or Thursday, depending. We see. It depends how much info distracts me after the podcast. Ideally, I get it done right after. Realistically, info distracts me and it doesn't get done until I decide to get on the computer on my day off. Which could be the end of the day. For me, which is Thursday morning for everyone else. So, yep.
It happens.
So I have a triple dose of Florida this week.
You know, I think it's fantastic that you do. That actually really... So, there's actually... yesterday, I was on Twitch. I know the day before. And I scrolled through a sea... You remember when I was sending you all the different streamers that I was finding that morning?
Yes.
I got to the very end of that sea of mess. The very last person. I got to the very last person who was streaming. I went into his chat and started talking about him. And the podcast got brought up. And because he asked me if I had any social interaction on Twitch or anywhere else, and I'm like, well, you know, I told him about some things I'd done in the past, and the podcast got brought up. We got to talking about that, and he's like, so what are some of the topics that you've talked about before on the podcast? And I was just like, it ranges from things. I was like, every week though, we got to have a Florida topic. He's he's like, you know, he said I've heard about Florida. He said,
legend.
But it's not. He's like, it's not actually true, right? I'm like, oh no. It's very true. He's like, nah. He's like, nah. It can't be. So they got to look him, and we found a subreddit dedicated to Florida Man.
I used to subscribe to that, but it didn't provide enough Florida content, and I found better Florida content elsewhere. I used to subscribe to that one.
Really?
But I found the Just the News subreddit covers Florida better than Florida Man.
Wow. Anyway. We got to talking about that, and me and him went down a rabbit hole of Florida Man for quite some time. And at the end of it, he was a firm believer of Florida Man and Florida being its own entity.
Florida is amazing. Florida is like, it should just be a different country than the United States, because Florida just represents a different breed of people. Floridian should be a different... Go ahead.
I was gonna say I would shout the streamer out, but I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Do you know his Twitch name?
I do. I can send it to you in a link on the podcast.
Go ahead, man.
I just don't know how to actually pronounce it.
I'll give it my best try, because I know I'll mess it up. Go ahead. And then Billop can tell me how to say it right. Because Billop is the best name corrector. He is the agent.
I'll just drop it here.
What the fuck? Okay. Is that a name or a title? I hope that's just a title, because I don't even know how to do it.
That's just a title. If you click on it and go to his the video itself, his name is...
Oh, I see your problem. Let's see. One moment. I'll resolve this.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
Magic Cat. It. This is Magic Cat. Home video clips.
On his profile, it says JITKIN 32, like on the side, like where you're looking at followed channels. So I think it's supposed to be Jitkin 32. I don't actually know how to pronounce. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct either.
Maybe. So, with Florida, I have 3. I have a Florida man, a Florida woman, and, never done before on the podcast, I have a Florida student.
Gasp.
So, would you rather cover Florida man, Florida woman, or Florida student? Pick your poison.
We'll go in order. The order that you said.
I don't remember what order I said.
Man, woman, student.
Okay, so man. Florida man finds trove of valuable treasures from a 1715 shipwreck.
And this morning, who made an amazing
All right,
discovery.
apparently there's an autoplay. Thank you, CBS. You fucking assholes. Go to hell.
Oh, is this the guy who
Florida's
found the fucking $2,000 worth of coins on the beach?
No.
Damn.
Or, I mean, it may be a beach. It did happen at a beach. A trove of Spanish coins dating back to a 1715 shipwreck during a storm have been found along a beach in Florida. That 43-year-old treasure hunter located the coins using a metal detector. We may be talking about the same person, but your 2000 is inaccurate. He was able to dig out 22 silver coins he estimates are worth about $6,000.
Okay, so I had the number wrong, but yeah, it's the same person.
12 Spanish galleons laden with laden probably, not laden, with treasures from the New World were bound for Spain on July 31st, 1715, but 11 were lost during a hurricane off the coast of Florida. Florida law requires recovery permits for individuals who want to explore or recover artifacts on state-owned. He's been waving his metal detector across the shoreline for the past 24 years. He has no intent or pause to sell or polish the coins, but will keep them from others. Will keep them with others. Okay, I thought he said keep them from others, with others of his historic history finds. So, I can show. What's funny is this video wanted to autoplay, but I can't make it play after it finished. That's fucking hilarious. Fucking trash. CBS can suck one. There is a picture, though, that I can show you. It's something.
That's cool as fuck.
It
I wish I could
is.
find stuff like that.
Imagine, I've never found anything cool like that.
I found arrowheads in my backyard.
Yeah, I found arrowheads before, but nothing besides the generic arrowhead.
I have also found, I have reason to believe that, where I currently live at one point was either underwater or part of the sea or something. Had to have been. Because I have found several times, and I have had them checked out and confirmed they are fossils of they're very small snail shells. They're very like no bigger than your thumb itself, like your thumb, like your thumbnail or whatever, like your fingernail. They fit on that. They're very small, and my whole yard is littered with them just everywhere. You go outside and dig a little bit and find them. And they are, I had them checked out down at the beach, and they are confirmed to be fossils of aquatic sea snails that once lived here. So I don't know if it was where I lived at one point was underwater, like in terms of the ocean, or if there was some sort of ancient lake here, like prehistoric lake, or I'm not exactly sure what caused it, because I actually live up on a hill. My area is elevated higher than everywhere else in my neighborhood. So, I'm kind of baffled.
Fair. And I think the other interesting part about this Florida contrast, we have 3 kinds of Florida people. And every story is different in tone. Like, this was an uplift, and this person found cool treasure. Good on them. Good on Florida, man. He did something besides typical Florida man things. He did himself some good. Everything else, Florida woman, on the other hand, she did dirty. She did some dirty stuff here. So,
oh no.
This is the closest we're going to get to politics. We're not actually going to go into any politics, but this was a Florida woman who, on Super Tuesday, changed voter registration. Well, I don't know if it was Super Tuesday, actually. I would assume. What happened recently that would require this vote? But, during a voter registration thing, she changed people's party affiliations. Oh, this was registering. Okay, so she was a part of the registration committee. And she was changing people from Democrat to Republican when they didn't know. And for people that are unaware, when you go to vote with your registration and it's off, you don't just get to be like, oh, this is a mistake, and then you can vote. You're screwed out of voting if you're not aware and have enough time to fix it. So this woman was trying to do her best to change people's registered party affiliation to screw them out of voting. And they're looking at a total of about 108 she did this to, which could be more. So, damn.
Bruh. What the fuck?
Some people. I can't actually read the article because the New York Times is worse than CBS, and they want you to sign in or do other things, and I'm just not doing that.
Dude, I hate New York Times is trying to go to their website. I've tried to go to it before for stuff, and it just...
It's a pain.
It makes you... Oh, it is. It makes you just kind of want to, like... Nah, I'm not going to say that, actually. It makes you want to do stuff.
It makes you want to punch New York Times in the throat.
Very.
So, this was the case. The first was uplifting. This was someone being malicious towards others. This Florida student is neither of those. This is a Florida student who is middle school, by the way, for context. He mistakenly released pepper spray after grabbing what he thought was a canister of body spray from another student. The 7th grade student has been issued a civil citation for the February 28 incident that sent 41 students to the hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Thinking it was body spray, the student who took the canister actually sprayed himself as if he were applying a body fragrance product. The gymnasium was evacuated, and ultimately 41 students were transported to area hospitals for care. Damn, yep, pretty much. The student who bought the prep, or who brought it, will face appropriate disciplinary consequences for bringing a prohibited substance onto the campus. Pepper spray isn't allowed in school. I mean, it makes sense, but...
Again, damn?
Yep, damn.
I've witnessed a lot of things in school involving cans of aerosol and other things. So it's definitely understandable why pepper spray is not allowed. I've seen my buddy take a can of Axe and turn it into a flamethrower, in a story I'll tell you about after the podcast.
I mean, that's not too hard to do. There are multiple ways to make that happen.
Oh no, it's what he done with it.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, he shot my friend in the ass with it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time. Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. But so pepper spray definitely should not be allowed.
Is that going to be your final stance here? Is that pepper spray should not be allowed? People should not have it in their purse in the off chance they need to defend themselves? Or if I wanted to pepper spray someone in the face, that was being a dick? I mean,
that was no, that was not my final statement, actually. I was going to say they should not be allowed to have it in school unless they're a teacher. I feel like teachers should be allowed to carry it on them.
I have a follow-up thought, but I know I can't go there, so I won't go there. So, okay.
Well, okay, so my thought process is that, like, in the event that something happens or whatever, teacher could stand by the door and be ready for said situation.
Yeah, I understand that. I get your point. I don't think I can go into this topic, unfortunately.
We can't. No, we can't.
Yeah, we definitely can't. But, yeah. I see that. I definitely see that. Google tracked this guy's bike ride past a my throat. My throat's telling me, what are you doing, man? Why are you trying to read right now? Don't you know? You don't need to read right now.
What's reading, dude?
So, Google tracked a guy who was bike riding past a burglarized home, and that made him a suspect. because he was able to be tracked in the location. It put him at the scene of the crime.
Sounds like another one of those just time to jump off a cliff moments.
Yeah, how do you even deal with that? Like, what? How? I don't get it.
I don't even know. That would just not be fun though.
You know, I just realized I had another topic that I keep avoiding, and I just realized why I shouldn't even bring it up altogether, but I have to. The Last of Us is getting a TV show on HBO, and I've been excited to bring that up because I feel like it'd be a really cool series. I think it'd be really good. And it just dawned on me, you don't even like The Last of Us, so why would I bring it up?
I mean, you can talk about it. I don't like the series. I don't like the game at all, but just because I don't like it doesn't mean it can't be brought up.
For sure. But I think The Last of Us is a series. I think The Last of Us is a great game template for a show. I think you can do a lot with that. Even if you didn't use, like, the actual characters, which they appear to be doing. Like, not literal, but, like, the main characters will be in it. I don't know if they're going to repeat the story or not, but either way, I think it's a good template to make a show. Much better than making a movie out of it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I also, when it comes down to TV shows made from games, most of the time they're not very good. I've heard The Witcher did really good though.
Yeah. The only complaint I seen people have is that it didn't really. It had a big budget, but some stuff still felt cheap.
Cut corners, save money, bigger profit.
Yep. It's weird. Did you see about the McDonald's incident?
Hey, a lot of those, so probably not.
A worker at a McDonald's in New York City was arrested after allegedly smashing a coffee pot filled with hot water on the head of a customer following a dispute at the restaurant's drive-thru window. Police responded to a 911 call late Thursday night at a McDonald's in the Bronx, where they found a man in his 30s with a deep cut on his neck. The McDonald's workers told police she and the man had a verbal dispute at the drive-thru window and that he spit at her. She then said she grabbed the coffee pot and struck him with it, causing the cut to the left side of his neck. The man was taken to the hospital where he remained Friday in stable condition. And the worker was arrested at the restaurant, charged with 2 counts of assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of a weapon. I want to know how you feel about this. Where do you fall? If someone spits on you, do you have the right to grab a coffee pot, strike them with it, and then, you know?
Okay, so in this day and age, that's asking for the coronavirus. That man's lucky he's alive.
This is fair. Yeah. Oh. When you first went away, during the ice cream looking thing, I talked about how if someone got caught doing that today, they would seriously get fucked up by people. Because everyone's so freaked out about the coronavirus. If someone got caught in a store doing that, that would not go their way at all.
No. Speaking of the coronavirus, a buddy, I've not seen the videos. He just told me about them. He watched them apparently over in China. Oh,
China number one.
China number one. But he was watching videos and to like help prevent the spread of infection. When you walk into an elevator, they have Kleenexes for you to use to push the buttons and then throw away the tissue so you don't actually. The guy took one of the Kleenexes, spit on it, and then wiped it all over the buttons.
Fair.
And then there was another woman who pressed her button and then proceeded to spit on all the other buttons.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, like, when he told me that, I was just like, what the fuck? Really? Like, this virus is, is doing not nice things to people, and they're going over there spitting on shit.
Yeah, that. And I actually have a second fast food assault story. Can you believe that? I have a second one. I've never heard of it, though. I mean, I think I may have. I don't know. Have you heard of Checkers before?
Oh, dude, I love Checkers.
Alright, so this is a Checkers story. Gunfire erupted at a DeKalb County fast food restaurant overnight when a customer complained about his chicken order. Chicken was thrown, then shots were fired. According to the restaurant's manager, it all started when two men ordered at the walk-up window just before midnight Tuesday, received their food, and claimed their order was incorrect. The manager said. The men reportedly started shouting. While they worked to make the correct chicken wings, employees closed the window on the fuming men. According to the manager, one man threw his food at an employee, and the employee responded by pulling out a gun and shooting him. Damn. The employee was promptly fired, the manager told. The victim was taken to a hospital for his injury, which police do not consider life-threatening. The man was arrested on a charge of aggravated assault and being held in the county jail.
So he got a cap in his ass, and he's the one that gets arrested. Probably fired.
Oh, no, no, it's the guy that shot that got arrested. And it's the guy that did it that got fired. Yes, he did get fired.
Okay.
That is confirmed. That's what the manager said, that he got he got fired.
Okay, I thought you said probably. I was just like, whoa, probably. But Billup has said that you said promptly. Okay, that makes. I just like how the person is just kind of looking out the window, like
that was after the fact. That was not a person that shot the gun. For the record, just make that clear.
I would hope so.
So apparently you can get any sandwich free. I'd like to point that out.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Checkers has some good food.
Eat fries for free. Get any sandwich for free. I want free food. If I go to Checkers right now, I don't even know. Is there a local Checkers to me? Isn't DeKalb County? Where isn't that like? Isn't that a southern state? Isn't that like near me? Isn't that Kentucky? Am I wrong? No, it's Alabama. Yeah, I knew it was near me. Oh, it's also Georgia. So it is a southern state. Where is the closest? Yep. Let's see. There is one 12.56 miles away from me. It closes at 2 a.m. Damn.
I have one about 30 minutes away.
I don't know how far, however the miles I said is away. I have no idea. I have no honest idea. I'm glad we're now on the topic of food. Food is good. Don't you agree that food is good? Did you see that GameStop got appointed a new board of directors?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the guy you, I've never heard of him. Reggie, Phil's, Amy. 20 to 25 minutes for Billup, depending on the roads. GG. So, Ford Concepts, the GameStop is going to test. GameStop 2.0. The concept dramatically cleans up the traditional GameStop layout and adds new community spaces, cleaner, more accessible retail space, joined by couch co-op gaming on large TVs, a new hands-on accessory walls, tabletop gaming, and up to a dozen gaming bays where visitors can sit down to play games together on the PC, Xbox One, PS4, or Nintendo Switch. GameStop Social. GameStop Social features 2 couch co-op gaming setups and 36 gaming bays where visitors can sit down to play games together on PC, Xbox One, PS4, or Nintendo Switch. GameStop Social is designed designed for watch parties, esports tournaments, coding classes, vacation camps, birthday parties, and more. GameStop Retro, a new store concept built on the foundation of GameStop 2.0. GameStop Retro is specifically designed to collect the best library of pre-owned games from the Tulsa area. And that's going to be local, you know, whatever. Displays of the best modern games are supported by hundreds of classic games and consoles, as well as 4 gaming bays that feature CRT televisions and a wide variety of old school gaming consoles. And finally, GameStop Pop was designed with a hardcore collector in mind. There are still games and couch co-op gaming, but the shelves are filled with exclusive gaming collectibles, apparel, and accessories. So these are the 4 GameStop concepts that they're experimenting on implementing. And this is their plan to try and get themselves back on good footing. How do you feel about this? Do you think this is going to successfully get GameStop to go back up?
That's tough. I'm not really sure. See, I personally like GameStop. I know a lot of people don't. I like GameStop myself. I do. I enjoy it. I've gotten quite a few games from there over the years. I use it for I use it to buy games for my PlayStation. So I don't know. I hope that so I'm kind of torn. Like I definitely want to say it might help it. I definitely don't think it'll bring it back.
I mean, it doesn't have to bring it back to its peak, but to keep GameStop functioning, like they're going to close a bunch more GameStops, I'm sure, to implement this. And since they have 4 different ideas, they're probably going to experiment with some, see how it goes, see what, if you can't afford to do the big one in all of them, you do a different one, and you experiment with it. I think wanting to make it more community-based is probably a good thing. Well, I bet it is a good thing overall, but I hope the best for GameStop. We've been covering GameStop, and I seen that topic this week, and I just wanted to bring it up just because we've talked about GameStop a lot, and I do hope them the best because they don't want to go out like Blockbuster went out, but there's still one Blockbuster remaining. By the way, it's still open.
Yep.
I
at least
follow
you're doing
the last Blockbuster on Twitter. There.
Do you really?
I do. I followed it for months. I love it.
What did they actually post about?
They're comedy. They're a comedy account to promote their store. I mean, they don't have serious advertising on the Twitter, really. It's a lot of comedy. You can win people over with laughter. Did you see custom-made bones are being 3D printed in a lab and then implanted in people?
I've heard about that, yeah.
That's crazy. I don't even know how I feel about that. Like, would you, if you had to have that done, how would you feel about that? Would you? What if they could 3D print something to fix you? That way you can breathe normally. I don't know what they need to fix, like a new nose, what area would they need to fix for you to make you right?
Okay, so realistically, if they could 3D print me just a whole new body, I'd be good with that.
I can't even imagine what that surgery would be, though. That has to be like you're out of it for sure, and that's gonna be. You need a lot of pain meds. Like, you don't want to feel pain for the next year after that. That sounds very painful. And like, imagine the scenario where someone literally has their whole body implanted with the 3D bones. Yeah, you don't want to feel anything for the next year. Or longer, probably. It sounds very rough.
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of want a robot arm.
I would love to be the Deus Ex Human Revelation guy. Revolution, not Revelation. That'd be interesting. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, but it'd be cool. If there was anything I could fix, I wish there was a cure for eczema so I can just get rid of it. Like, make my skin less dry, please. I shouldn't have to have a bottle of lotion at all times to put on my arm or wherever, just so it isn't super dry all the time. And like during streams, you'll see me either rubbing something on my arm or my face or whatever, depending on what's going on. Sometimes it's a little bit of this. Sometimes it's a little bit of that, you know. But they're always on my desk in front of me for when I need them. Having eczema's rough.
Yeah, I definitely could.
But there's nothing bone-wise you could do about that. That's a different issue. I don't think you could 3D print anything to fix it. I don't even know what the fix would be. Like, there's just something fundamentally wrong with the system that's causing your skin to be drier.
Yeah, okay, so again, that just kind of comes with the whole new body. Just have them 3D print you a new you. It's like the Borderlands. It's a new. You need a new you.
Fair? That's very fair. Very fucking fair. That would be amazing. How much would that cost? How many millions? Does that answer the question of what does a human life cost? What does a human body cost?
I feel like we're not allowed to look that up legally.
Probably. I would assume you're correct. So, we have time for one last topic. I'm gonna let you pick what the topic is. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So I have 9 things that we could potentially go with. In a plan to bring yoga to Alabama schools, stretching is allowed. Namaste isn't. That's topic number 1. Topic number 2 is Minnesota man complaining of breathing difficulties while being arrested by cop dies. Man somehow drives himself to hospital after being shot in the head. Semen-filled syringes recovered after a grocery store stabbing attack. The final trailer for Black Widow. Teacher banned after making stupid comment about vagina and firing staples at pupils. Toronto teen abducted as retribution over drug debt. $4 million worth of cocaine taken. Dallas will put cameras in all special education classrooms, but some worry about the privacy. Or, suspected drunk driver crashes through a Michigan home while residents were sleeping. What is going to be the last topic of the podcast?
Let's do the last one.
Suspected drunk driver?
Yeah.
Alright, so. That was a wide array of topics that I just decided that I didn't pick. But, okay. So, a suspected drunk driver crashed into a home in Michigan on Monday night as the residents were sleeping. The vehicle came to a stop in the home's living room, which there are pictures. I love when they have pictures. Pictures are the best. I love showing you the pictures. Holy, that's a small picture. I hope it's bigger. Let me open it on Twitter. Okay, they are much bigger. Okay, cool. So you got some of this. And you get some of that. How do you react if you're sleeping and, well, technically you'd be awake. Because that's only midnight, so you'd be awake. As someone just jams their vehicle through your home. And you walk out and this is what you see.
That point, you get a beer and you just kind of
give them beer.
Go back there. You get the beer for yourself because that's gonna be a big headache in the morning. Go back to bed. So
you're just going back to bed. You're gonna ignore the problem of now everything can get in your home.
Like I said, that's a problem for in the morning. For that moment right there, you just need your beer and go back to bed. This man right
Fair.
here, whoever the driver of that car is, they got it covered. They got it. They got it there on. They have it under control.
Clearly.
That is not your problem.
Look at the airbags inside the vehicle.
I can see him.
Damn. Why are there shoes on the hood? It looks like someone placed shoes there. Who
He's
put
got
their
it-
shoes there?
Got it under control, dude.
Yeah. The shoes are there to keep the car there, clearly.
Yeah, yeah. To make sure the guy don't go nowhere.
That's
Fucking-
that's
I'm fucking
amazing.
dead.
That. So, 3 people were inside the home at the time of the crash. None of them were injured. There was a 25-year-old man that was the driver. He was taken to the hospital for minor injuries, and you'll never believe this. I don't know how you can believe it. Police believe alcohol may have been a factor.
How could they ever suspect such a thing of such an upstanding citizen?
Exactly. This is a Michigan man. This is not a Florida man.
Yeah, because Michigan man's better. I will say this is definitely top notch. I mean, look, there is a bright side to it.
Oh?
Yeah. Nobody got hurt, so he can't get charged with manslaughter, murder, or anything else of the sort.
This is true.
So it's not like he's had a worse day.
Yeah, this is true. He can't be charged with the most vicious of vicious things because, to be fair, he didn't hurt anyone. He just caused a lot of property damage. A couple dollars.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. It'll be fine. I'm sure insurance will cover that 100%. Drunk drivers is absolutely on your insurance policy.
He's not drunk though. It's just speculation.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
a speculation. We shouldn't assume that he's intoxicated. It was very unfair to say. This guy clearly is very level-headed. So, we gotta have some respect. And with that, that will end BS Back in the Shed, episode 61. I thought that was a good topic to end it on. I think you chose correctly. As correct as an info can pick a topic.
Oh man, an Infuwu always picks the proper topics.
Info. I hope everyone has enjoyed this edition of BS Back in the Shed. We will be back next week with hopefully a guest. If the coronavirus doesn't keep costing us guests. Maybe we need to have the coronavirus on.
I would love a physical manifestation of the coronavirus just so we could talk to it.
That
Man, why are you killing people? Why are you doing this?
very fair. All right. I guess that's it. Until episode 62. 62 is a legendary number. It's big. 62 is bigger than 61. Can confirm. That's a BS
Excellent.
fact.
Goodbye, everybody.